Hello, greetings everyone. Today I'll be teaching you guys on how to play Metroid Prime 4 Beyond into your PC. Yes, this game is now out and you'll be able to play it now. So what you need first is that you'll need to have all these 4 files here that I have lighted here in my folder. So you will need to have the latest build of Eden Emulator for Windows, the latest firmware and Nintendo Switch keys from your Nintendo Switch, and the XCI or NSP file format from your Metroid Prime 4 Beyond from your physical copy. Then you have digitally back it up into an XCI or an NSP file. But before you follow this guide, you need to agree that you have already purchased or pre-ordered Metroid Prime 4 Beyond. So I need you to own it legally. We do not support any piracy here. You should own the game legally. You have bought it and you have a Nintendo Switch console itself. So if you agree to this and that you have all of these files and the console itself, then proceed into this guide. So first of all, what you need is that you will need to open a web browser and just type in Eden Emulator in it and hit search. Okay, so the website that we're gonna go is edenemu.dev. That is their official website. Click on that, then click on the download button. Now, Eden Emulator works for Android. So if you have a powerful Android device, then you can play Switch games on it, Linux, and for Steam Deck, Mac OS, and for Windows. But this video tutorial will be focusing more in Windows, so be sure to click on the Windows version. So click on download here, and then this is the latest build of Eden Emulator. Now to download the Windows version, just hover down right below and look for the file that is named Eden Windows, the version, and AMD 64 MSVC standard zip file. So that's the file that we need to download. So click on it and download it now. Since I already have this file, so I'm just gonna skip on this because I have it. So I'm just gonna go ahead and open it. Do it to yourself, and then open a new folder. Name it Eden Emulator to install Eden Emulator, and then open the zip file that you have downloaded. Okay, and then all you have to do is just select all the files that's inside the zip file, copy and paste it, or drag and drop them into the folder here. So do that. Then once done, open the folder, and then you'll have access to the Eden Emulator now, and you can run the application file by double clicking on it. So go ahead and run Eden Emulator. So, but for me, I'm just gonna delete this one because I have already installed this into a dedicated SSD for my emulation for the Switch. So I'm just gonna minimize this, and I'm just gonna assume that you have Eden Emulator. So go ahead, open it. So if this is your first installation, your Eden Emulator will not look like mine, and it will look empty because it will need some certain files to be installed in it, such as these 3 files here. So these are the Nintendo Switch keys and the Nintendo Switch firmware. You'll also need the XCI file of the game so that you'll be able to play the game. So the way that you get these files is that you own them, okay? So to legally get these files, own a Nintendo Switch console and install a custom firmware in it. Because if you have modded your Switch and have installed a custom firmware in it, that means that you have now full access into your Nintendo Switch system files. So just copy all of the Nintendo Switch keys and the Nintendo Switch firmware, transfer them into your PC just like mine here. Now to get the game, there is no other way around this. Purchase the game legally, own the physical copy of the game, and support Nintendo. So for those who do not know how to mod or install a custom firmware but own a Nintendo Switch console and own the Metroid Prime game, and you don't know how to digital back up this game, then this is the next step for you, for those who own this. So prepare a mobile phone, scan this QR code with your QR code reader so that you will be redirected to the page where you can get all of these 3 files. Be sure to follow the instructions in the site to get all of these 3 files, and once you have them, transfer them into your PC. If you've downloaded them through your phone, be sure to transfer them via Bluetooth or in USB. So I'm just gonna assume that you have these files now, so let's install them. So go ahead, open Eden Emulator again. Then the next step is that we'll need to install the Nintendo Switch firmware first. So to do this, just go to Eden, go to Tools, install firmware from zip file, and then go ahead, look for the firmware file. This is the firmware version that we need, version 20. Hit open, and then Eden will try to install the firmware version. Okay, you can put all of these files anywhere into your PC as long as you know where they are. Hit OK. Now for the next step is that we will need to install the Nintendo Switch keys, and to do this, just go back to Eden, go to Tools, install decryption keys, and then create a new folder and name it Keys. Just like mine here. Open that folder, open the keys zip file that you have downloaded, and then just drag and drop or copy and paste these files into this folder here. For you, this will be empty. Okay, and then just select the prod.keys, hit open, hit OK, then go back to tools again, install decryption keys, go for the title.keys, open and hit OK. And now your Eden Emulator is now capable of detecting and playing Switch games. You'll know the installation is successful because if you have Switch games into your PC, it will now be detected and it will show you their game icons such as mine here. Now for the next step is that we will need to optimize our Metroid Prime 4 Beyond game. And to do this is that you'll go to Emulation and Configure. We have to configure the settings so that there'll be no drifting, no glitches or crashes in your playthrough. So please do pause the video and copy every setting that you see here. I need you to copy everything, okay? So these are my settings for the general tab, so be sure to copy all the check marks here. Always as default. Now go to system tab. So you can change the language, region, time zone, and your device name. So device name is your username here, and then check the multi-core and limit speed percent. It should be 100% with a 4 GB DRAM size. Now once done, go to CPU. It's a real simple setting here, so it's set to auto. Then go to graphics. This is the most important part setting of the Eden Emulator. So the graphics API that we'll be using is Vulkan API with a device. You should have a dedicated graphics card. At least if you have a GTX 1060, you'll be able to play Switch games easily. Then check these 2 marks here, and then follow everything here. So the resolution scale should be depends on how powerful your CPU and graphics card. So if you have a lower end of a PC, then you can change it to 1x resolution, which is 1080p, the base resolution of the Switch. But if you have a powerful PC just like mine, you can go for 1440p or 4K resolution or higher resolution. So this is where you change the game resolution in 4K. So be sure to choose on which monitor you have. But for me, 2x is the best. Now, once done, go to advanced. So again, pause the video and copy every setting that you see here. And be sure to copy all of the check marks that I have and all of the settings here. Once you're done, go to audio. And every setting here is set to auto with stereo output and 100% volume. You can change this to your preference. Now go to control. It is better that you use a controller rather than a mouse and keyboard when playing Switch games, so be sure to change that here. So choose Pro Controller settings, connect your Xbox, PlayStation, or your Nintendo Switch Pro Controller here, map them up according to your liking. But the dead zone, be sure to change that into 20%. This will fix the drifting issues with your controller. So be sure to change the settings here in both left and right sticks. Once you're done, hit OK. And congratulations, your Eden Emulator is now capable of playing any Nintendo Switch games, such as the all-new Metroid Prime 4 Beyond. And a little bit of disclaimer, I will not be able to show you guys a gameplay of this game because we all know how strict Nintendo is and they do not support the Nintendo Switch emulation scene. And if I show you a gameplay that Metroid Prime 4 Beyond is running perfectly in PC, then my channel will be taken down, my videos will be taken down, and that will be a hassle on my side. So I hope you guys do understand that part. But as long as you have followed all the steps that I've shown you in this guide, you'll be able to play this game easily, Metroid Prime 4 Beyond, easily into your PC. So if you have some questions regarding the installation process of this game, then just leave a comment in the comment section below and I'll try my best to answer all of them as fast as I can. Thank you for watching, see you next time, and goodbye for now.